Hey guys, so tonight I'm going camping somewhere new that I haven't been to before, which means I get to make a new video. I'm going to the Mount Hersey campground, which is located on the Buffalo National River. And I've heard mixed reviews about this campground, so I guess we'll find out if it's a good one or not. And the main thing that I've heard is that the road is really rough to get there, so we'll give it a shot. So supposedly there's several campsites here, but I'm only seeing 2, and I'm not driving my car down all this mud, so yeah, definitely not. Alright, well, this is our spot for tonight. There's what used to be a fire ring, but it kind of fell apart or someone broke it apart. See the sun setting over there. And I'll take you guys down to look at the river here in a minute. This is a spring-fed swimming hole. You can see the water bubbling up and flowing through, so that's pretty neat. Slight change of plans. We are going to sleep in the tent tonight because it has been so hot and we've been having trouble sleeping in the car, so I'm going to pitch our tent down by the river, which will be much cooler. Alright, so I've been rushing around trying to get the tent set up and get a fire going before it got dark, but now we are good to go. So we got our tent over here, and we've got our little fire going over here. We got this LED collar for Bruiser, and he's tolerating it surprisingly well. Good boy! Bruiser and I are all cozy and ready for bed in our tent for the night. We're listening to the sounds of the river flowing and bullfrogs and cicadas, so hopefully get a good night's rest. Good night, y'all. Good morning, y'all. We had a really nice night's sleep in our tent right next to the river, but unfortunately the sun started shining right into the tent around 7 a.m. So I moved the tent to the shade by the creek over here. The plan for today is to simply sit back and relax, so I'll probably take a nap and read my book and go for a swim here in a little bit. So we have been swimming in the river and we hiked up the creek a little bit, and now I think it's time to make some lunch. For lunch, I'm gonna make some soup with grilled cheese. First, I'm heating up some soup that I made the other day. It's tomato soup, and I added black beans and rotel tomatoes and cheese and lots of sriracha and cayenne pepper. While that's heating up, I'm working on my grilled cheese sandwich. I got some ancient grain gluten-free bread, which is probably the best gluten-free bread that I've found so far. And then on the sandwich, I just have mayonnaise, sriracha, and plain old American cheese. And I have this little tiny 6-inch cast iron skillet that I use to heat stuff up and make meals while I'm out camping. And there you have it, folks. Soup and grilled cheese. And like I said before, I very rarely cook, so I don't really need a whole bunch of cooking stuff here in my car with me. So this is all the cooking stuff that I keep in my car. Sorry, everything is really dirty and gross, but I have this cook set with that pot that I was just using, and it has bowls and stuff in it. I have a little plate, my tiny cast iron skillet, and I have my little propane stove, propane bottle, and a couple of seasonings. Cayenne, that's really important, and then I have a lighter, can opener, scissors, and that's about it. What do you got? That's gross. So I'm no longer the only camper here at Mount Hersey. 2 other groups just pulled up to camp for the night, but hopefully they won't get too rowdy so that I can still have a nice peaceful evening. It looks like it might rain. So I decided to pack up the tent and move everything back to the car for tonight because there's a severe thunderstorm watch. So there's actually a church group of like 10 to 15 teenage boys here and they're camping right next to me, so it should be an entertaining evening. Cruiser doesn't like the thunder. Well, we had a really nice day at Mount Hersey, and I'd say that this campground is definitely underrated because it's very clean, it's right on the river, it's secluded and quiet for the most part, and there's a cell signal, and best of all, it's free, so we'll definitely be back. Good night, y'all.